talk to him. We can talk to Dr. Paul, maybe.
Hey.
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 Hi. We were just watching some of your YouTube videos.
Some of my finest work, I'm sure.
It was amazing.
It was mind-blowing, mind-bending, mind-melting. Or not.
No, it totally was. And then I have to it was great. It was amazing. It was wonderful.
It was great. What was I even talking about? You weren't even paying attention, were you?
Sort of. I was like watching and listening and you know,
I was taking notes.
I was taking notes. No, I was. I was kind of sort of okay, not really, but people were asking questions and I don't even know. Do you want one of the questions right out the gate?
Let's do it.
Okay. Hold on.
Boom, I'm ready.
Negative mass.
What about it?
Can you have negative mass? Can a particle have negative mass?
Nope.
Okay, Dyson spheres. Why are they a thing? Can they be a thing? How come we can't harness the power of our own star?
Nope.
Okay. Damn. So
it's gonna be a long hour, folks.
I know. So, you know, what's another one? So why? Well, why? Because like, you know, people that are like holding on to the Dyson sphere thing, like why?
Yeah, people really, really hold on to the Dyson sphere thing. So, okay. So I did the math.
Okay.
I actually did the math. I promised to do the math for a very long time, and I did. And the sun, if you want to build a Dyson sphere, you have to find stuff. Like you have to take a planet apart, right?
Right.
You have to rip it apart, and that takes energy.
Uh-huh.
And it takes something like, what was the number? Something like 1 million years of the sun's worth of energy to like rip apart Jupiter particle by particle so that you could use the material to build the Dyson sphere. But then that's just like the rocks, like the beams and struts and buttresses of a Dyson sphere. If you actually want to harvest energy from it, you need solar panels, you know, you need water tanks, you need the whole energy conversion system. And there's not enough of that material in the solar system to make a Dyson sphere.
Oh.
Like there's just not enough like germanium or whatever. To make a decent Dyson sphere of any respectable size. So you can't enclose the sun, and it takes forever to build, and it takes a ridiculous amount of energy to do it. Like 1 million years worth of the sun's output.
Whoa.
To build a Dyson sphere.
So
that's a lot of energy.
That's a lot of energy. Yeah.
So if your Dyson sphere operates for more than 1 million years, you'll finally be, you know, revenue positive on it. You'll start getting some money back from your investment. And so to me, Dyson spheres exist in this realm of, yes, technically possible, but so vastly improbable that basically no one's going to do it. And we've looked for Dyson spheres. Dyson spheres are actually one of the easiest things to look for in the universe, because what happens is if you enclose a star, the star is going to heat up the interior surface. You're going to extract energy from it. You're going to do whatever, run your holograms, or, you know, just whatever you do with all that. I don't even know what you do with that much energy, but you do it. But that process isn't going to be 100% efficient, right? Because nothing's 100% efficient. So it will leak a little bit of heat. And so what you'll end up with, if you were looking at a Dyson sphere from far away, you'll see a big, dim star.
Right.
That's effectively what it looks like. Is a very, very dim but very, very large star. So we've done, you know, stellar surveys of looking at stars all over the place. We don't see any stars that look like that. And we've even asked the question, what if a civilization went nuts and they didn't just build one Dyson sphere? Because if you can build a Dyson sphere, you already have access to tons of energy. But they could hop from star to star, turn those into Dyson spheres, and like convert a fraction of all the stars in a galaxy into Dyson spheres. That will change how the galaxy itself looks. And so we've applied this to galaxy surveys, looking to see if anyone's, infected a galaxy with Dyson spheres, and we don't see a single thing.
So like, oh yeah, so galaxies, we looked at this on the galactic scale, but like, okay, so someone's like, cough, cough, Tabby's star. It's dust.
It's dust.
I just need someone with a PhD to say it because no one believes me.
It's dust. And I have my PhD in science.
Get the Dyson cleaner. I know someone just linked the Kurzik stat. Like they've done like a thing on Dyson spheres. I'm like, yeah,
I bet they have.
Yeah, I was like, this is great.
So it's just great. It's like, okay, nice, whatever. They're not going to happen. So think about something else. And we don't see them anywhere in the universe, which is a sign that no one else is doing it either.
Mm-hmm. It's dust, VJ says, which I don't know if he doesn't have any punctuation behind it. So I'm going to guess that's a question mark. It's dust?
It could be an exclamation point.
Okay.
It's dust. That's how I read exclamation points, by the way, in prose. With a very high inflection voice on the last word.
It's dust.
It's dust.
Yeah. So conditional's also been in here being like, hey, by the way, this, and that, this, and that.
But what about?
Yeah.
It's just like, whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't, like Dyson whatevers, which just don't excite me. They don't get me up in the morning.
He says you can't go the speed.
They don't get me out of bed in the morning.
You ready? Can't go the speed of light without infinite mass, right?
You just can't go the speed of light. And the reason for this is the reason you can't accelerate to the speed of light is that energy is mass. E equals mc squared. We all remember that?
Yeah.
Yep. E equals energy equals mass times the speed of light squared. Energy is mass.
Right.
Mass is energy. So a hot cup of coffee has more mass than a cold cup of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Because it has more energy.
Right.
If you start moving, you gain mass. You literally gain mass because you have more kinetic energy.
Mm-hmm.
You're literally heavier the faster you move. As you get closer to the speed of light, you get heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier. And so if you have a rocket you're pushing, you're getting heavier, you're not getting as much bang for your buck the heavier you get. You get harder and harder to push the closer and closer you get to the speed of light. And so you can go 99% the speed of light, 99.99, 90.999999999, and so on
to
the speed of light. But to cross that one little nugget, that one little push you need to get to the speed of light, you need an infinite amount of energy.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. It is just iron law of the universe. It's baked into our fundamental relationships between space and time.
Yeah. And then someone says, hi, Sky and Dr. Paul, what can you tell us about massless particles? Because I started to research if photons have mass, which they don't. I mean, they do, but negligible amounts, right? If you get those people that are like, actually, photons do.
No, photons have zero mass.
No, there's like a 0.0 blah, 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 blah.
That's a neutrino.
So wait, no. Every time that someone's pulling that over on me, they're talking about a neutrino.
I have no idea who you talk to, who you meet in bars or the bus stop. I don't know. I'm not going to presume to know what your friends
I get people in here.
Like.
I get people in here. That would be like, no, they actually do. It's like 0.00. And I'm like, do they?
No,
but no, I know they have momentum.
Zero mass. They have momentum. For sure.
Yeah.
They have zero mass. Yeah. Zero mass. Like, I'm making a zero with my hand.
Yeah.
Zero.
No, there's people. Wait, hold on. You keep talking about how they don't. Hold on. I got it. Because people have said this and I looked it up and I'm like, yeah, so there's like, there's but no mass. Okay. So here they're saying the same thing. I always think that's why I always tell people, I'm like, it's not even,
photons aren't even Catholic. How can they possibly have mass? There's no connection.
Oh man, I'm pulling up all kinds of things here. No, that is nope, we're not going to pull that up. The universal law of gravitation. But yeah, no, I've heard people in here, and I'm like, no, they really don't. No, they really don't. And I think I looked it up
Well, that's
somewhere.
your first mistake, is listening to people in here.
Well, I don't really listen to them.
Have you met these people?
No. But hey, good segue into the All-Stars party, by the way.
Yes. Thank you. I threw that right at you, and you're like, bam.
Got it.
One-handed.
Guys, there's an All-Stars party that we're going to be doing here in...
So fun.
Yeah, in June. Yeah, end of June. And you guys can do that. There's a link in here if you just type in All-Stars like Ludriel just did. Yes, if you guys want to hang out with me and two bald dudes, also Dr. Pamela, him being one of the bald dudes, the other bald dude
I am one of the
Fraser.
Fraser Kane.
But yes, that is something.
Pamela Gay is not bald. You are not bald.
She is definitely.
Jean-Michel Gaultier is balding.
He still has the ponytail, though.
He's compensating.
Yeah, he's rocking it still. Fraser from Astronomy Cast.
Works for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Musical guest Smash Mouth? No, that's terrible. What a horrible suggestion.
No, they offered. But we're like, we're not going to put that on our website.
Nope. So yeah, if you guys want to do something like that.
More people, and don't think if you're bald, like we have reached our bald quota. Bald people are more than welcome to join the party.
Yes.
Yeah, we can have more than two. We can have more than two long-haired people. We can have more than two ponytails, goatees, facial hair, whatever, men or women. We don't care.
And guys, we'll be talking a lot about that because we need to get a certain amount by the beginning of March in order to have this trip.
You have to register by March 1st, which means register now. And it's only like, how much is it to register? To get your name on the list to reserve your spot is $500.
Yeah. 500
smackers, and you will lock your place in. You can cancel later. 100% refund if you decide to cancel.
Oh.
Read the terms and conditions apply.
Mm-hmm.
So read the fine print. But like if you register and then you decide, you know what, I can't do it, cancel, it's cool. Like, but just get your name on that list.
Absolutely. Yeah, Dr. Pamela will be on there too. Yes.
$500 for what? $500 to deposit to ensure your place for the All-Stars party.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to bring it up right now on here.
Live too far away, fly over. There are airplanes for that.
There are airplanes.
No excuses.
I'm taking away our faces.
Got exams? Fail your classes. There is no excuse. It is not worth it. It is not worth it.
And that's a doctor telling you that. But this is where we'll
science.
be. Yeah, PhD in science, by the way. Yeah, this is where we're going to go. We're going to be able to stargaze in this area.
Every single night.
Every single night. Yep.
And there will be talks, and there'll be panel discussions and debates.
Oh, God.
And booze.
Wait.
Buffets.
Wait. Can you and Fraser...
We've got open bars. We've got 2 nights of open bars.
I know. So can you and Fraser have finally the debate of the... What's that thing that you guys... The great filter. It's not the great filter.
Did we debate... Oh, Are We Alone?
Yeah.
So we did it. So we did it on the last Astro Tour, the cruise.
Uh-huh.
We had a little debate. We can do a round 2.
Well, I don't even know the round 1. You're going to act like that. That debate never happened. Sure,
well, I don't know if Fraser ever published it.
Well, I didn't see it.
I don't think he published it.
Yeah, because we need the Fermi paradox debate. That's what has to happen.
Should it be... Okay, here's what I think it should be.
Mm-hmm.
It should be me and you versus Fraser Kane and Jean-Michel Gaultier with Pamela moderating / refereeing, and we like tag team. We're like, I don't know. I don't have a response to that. Skylias, go.
But you're going to have a response to everything. I'm just going to be like, no, you go. I'm just going to sit there and nod.
Oh, so it's like every group project I've ever been in.
Pretty much. Yeah, I'm just going to be like, go, Paul. I'll have like little pom-poms. I'll be cheerleading on the side with that. I'll be like, yep, I agree with that. Dr. Paul,
little
I
pom-poms.
agree.
We don't know. We don't want actual pom-poms. We want like small pom-poms.
Small. We don't want to scare the competition. This isn't for a distraction,
There is. So I got to tell you something. So there's a place nearby called 400 West Rich, which is tons of artists have taken up residency there. It's like this big, cool building.
Mm-hmm.
And every month they do, and there's a point to this story, by the way. Every month they do a big open house. So you can walk in, there's like food and drink and wine and everything. You see all the artists. And there's one particular group of artists called the Artist Wrestling League. And on these nights, what they do is they set up on stage two artists on opposite sides of the stage, and they have to paint some subject. So they're given some prompt or some, some still life that they have to do. And there are also two wrestlers.
Uh-huh.
In full Lucha Libre mask.
Okay.
And the goal of the wrestlers is to interfere with the opposing artist, but they're defended by their own wrestler.
Oh.
Yeah. And they do full on, like smashing things, jumping from great heights, while the artists paint.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm thinking, is we could have part intellectual debate, part wrestling.
Wrestling.
Yeah. I'm just tossing that out there. Maybe that's like a Thursday night thing.
Yeah. No, so someone asked, is that a hotel in the national park?
So the hotel, actually answering people's questions.
I know.
This is the Miramonte Indian Wells Resort and Spa. This is about 20 minutes outside of Joshua Tree. Absolutely gorgeous.
And he froze. Hold on. Wait.
It's the park. A bunch of golfing nearby if you're into that. And every single night we will get bussed out into the park for stargazing.
Mm-hmm. No one sees you anymore. Hold on. I don't know why it's doing
I know.
this.
I disappeared. What happened?
I don't know.
You shut me off. Oh, wait. I shut me off. What happened?
You did that?
I don't know. It just... Discord did it.
Okay. Well, Discord can do that. It's going to be hot as hell. No. It actually, in June, during the day it would be, but everybody's going to be sleeping or will be indoors.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Oh, yeah. So I was in Joshua Tree at the end of last May. So, just a month away. It is going to be hot during the day, but that's why all of our days start with brunch, a late brunch.
Mm-hmm.
And we have programs, we have indoor activities like astrophotography tutorials and the lectures kind of in the late afternoon, early evening, like around dinner time. And then we go out to the park and it is perfect temperature in the evening.
Yeah. So at night it will be great. So that's when we'll be doing all that. So you don't have to worry about that.
And to the park, we have to make sure we can clear this. So I can't 100% promise it, but like we're going to bring, some beverages.
Yeah.
Some lubrication, some snacks.
Some cheese.
Park.
Some cheese.
Maybe. Cheese is for me. Ice cream for you, though.
I don't want ice cream. I want cheese. It's not fair.
Okay. Ice cream for the All-Star. Or no, cheese for the All-Stars, ice cream for the plebs.
And someone says, aren't the national parks closed because of the government shutdown?
Okay, hopefully, cross your fingers, the government will reopen by the end of June.
Yeah, you've got almost 7 months. Almost.
Super, super easy.
Yeah. So
I'm not worried.
Yeah, I'm not either. I'm not going to get into a van in the middle of the desert if you're bringing lubrication.
Okay, I should have said libations. And it's not a van, it's a motor coach with bathroom facilities on board. And it's not the middle of the desert. It's at a stargazing park in the middle of a national park.
It's okay. We can just, cut it. We can just rewind. I never make mistakes on here, ever.
Never said lubrication.
Never. It's a trap.
That's a term, right? For like social lubrication.
Right.
I should just stop.
No, that does work. It's like that. God, I don't even know. I'm not even following this up quick enough, and it's just going. Lubricate your throat, yeah. Right. No, so again, this is definitely not
There'll
live.
Be alcohol.
Right.
I should just said it. I should just call it what it is, folks.
Bill, you'll have your camera. Yeah, if Bill goes, Bill better go. Bill Nash.
Go Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Camera.
Get drunk.
So we did the wine thing in Atacama where we would stargaze and we'd had the resort would set out a table of wine for everyone, and that people really enjoyed that.
Oh, Bill said he's already registered.
I think he is.
Yeah. Well, Bill, I don't go and check that stuff. This is not, high five.
Good job, Bill. Bring some friends.
I know. Anyone toss me? So that seems like a high price. That's really not. So you get that's an inclusive price to a lot of things.
Yes, you get the hotel, you get the events, you get the panel discussions, you get bussed out to the park, you get transportation from LAX included. You get snacks during the stargazing, you get all the telescope access, and you get to hang out with your favorite.
Yeah,
and some of your less favorite ones too.
But you have like 6 months. But yeah, we do need people to be registering before the beginning of March for this to be a thing.
Yes, I'll tell you and everyone else how it works. We have to hit a certain minimum threshold by March 1st. After that, we can continue taking reservations as long as there's rooms at the resort, but we can't guarantee you'll get a spot after March 1st.
Yeah.
So that's why we tell people you have to get your registration in by March 1st.
Any video audio coverage? I don't know if I would want to live stream it just because it's one of those things where people paid a lot of money to come and be there. So
what you could do, you could live stream. We could have some special hours where you could do like a live stream show where you'll have a live audience that can heckle you or ask you questions. In addition, and then your live streamers can appreciate that. So I've streamed space radio from Astro Tours before. Fraser and I have recorded videos. It's so much fun to do stuff in front of a live audience.
Well, yeah. But like, I also kind of want to like be with the people that actually go too, and not be like, well, by the way, I gotta go stream, guys. I
gotta go stream.
I want to be like, hey, you guys paid to hang out. We're gonna hang out. But yeah, streaming some parts. Yeah, I'll probably pop in and say hello. But again, I do want to give a lot of the attention to the people that did show up and stuff like that. Not to be weird about that, but that's just kind of how I feel about it. Since they did pay. Yes, they paid, they want to hang out with us. And I don't also get time to hang out with these guys too, because we all live in different places.
Very far away.
So
from each other.
Yeah, I don't want to be like, well,
all you are to me is, I only see your picture right now. That's like all you are. Is your picture in a little
pixels. Green circle. I know. So let's see. There were some other questions, I think.
Some of the questions might be, can I plug something else? It's not going to be my book, I promise.
Right. Well, that's the other thing. Someone's like, they even asked earlier, because people were asking questions. They're like, hey, well, this guy should
I didn't bring it up.
Me neither.
There it is.
Yeah, me neither. CosmoQuest just hosted. CosmoQuest X just hosted.
Hey.
Can I get a shout out, please, for CosmoQuest?
Pamela.
Yeah, that's Dr. Pamela, guys. She's going to be there.
She's one of the ones.
She's one of the ones with hair.
With hair. 3 out of 5. Scientists agree. Hair is nice.
Hey, Susie. Yeah, no, so she'll be there.
Susie Murph.
Mm-hmm. And Pamela.
Someone's cat ate my book.
What? No way.
My cat loves this book. He chewed it all night long.
Who said that?
Zinc. Or zinc. Man.
Freed, so your cat chewed the book apart? Like, so you can't read Space Cat. Did we get a shout out? I don't know if I did or not. I don't see a shout out. Okay.
Get the shout out.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. I can look at me multitasking. CosmoQuest, guys, is a citizen science project. And they are amazing. She's been actually going over the AAS stuff, which they had terrible. Okay, so they had terrible mics.
Amateurs.
Yeah. And it was cool. They were going to talk about planetary formation, and
It was all Mumble City.
It was just like I would amp the volume on both things, on my volume mixer, on my real mixer, or so 3 things actually, and it wasn't even good.
I did too.
I'm working with them on the stream quality. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was worse than that, Dr. Paul. It was worse than that.
Oh, even worse.
It was
Even
worse than that. Yeah. At least I could still make out what you were saying, you know?
Oh, you couldn't even. So it was like.
Yeah, pretty much. Everybody's like, can you turn it up more? I'm like, it's so loud in my ears. Houston, we have a problem. It was so bad. It was terrible.
That's sad.
I know, because it's so important. Like, I want to stream it. Dr. Pamela wants to stream it. We all want to stream this. Yeah. Yeah. My mic is too good for that. It was terrible. And I was so excited about it, too, because I'm like, yeah, now they've got another one coming up, later. It's probably not going to be great.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. But we have Dr. Paul.
Next time. Yeah, aren't I good enough? I just come on and you say, man, I wish you could be as good as the poorly mic'd AAS.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that, I don't know how Cosmic Quest even did it. I don't know how the guys there did it with all of that. How Dr. Pamela is managing with the volume issues and I even started looking at some Hubble lecture series stuff, some of them are great, but they're audio. And then NASA's audio. I just feel like anywhere I go for space stuff, it's like the same thing that that happens to happen with like any kind of space website where they have the information. It looks like it's something that was made out of 1999 using Angel Fire, GeoCities, right?
Yes, with animated GIFs.
Yeah.
Under construction.
Right. and every time I'm trying to hear these things, and it's just like there's audio peaking at certain points because someone forgets, that you don't want to get close to the mic when you're like, so planetary. Protoplanetary disks.
Whoa, man,
See?
I felt that one in my drums.
No, that's what happens. Yeah, that proto. Yeah. But it just, I'm every time I feel bad for my viewers. GeoCity sites with
Well, it's so good that you care. See, this is why all your viewers need to go on the All-Star Spire, because you care.
I do. I won't put them through
and in
that.
person, there is no popping peas.
Mm-mm. Nope, you guys don't have to worry about this nice pop filter right here. I'm waiting for someone.
Are you just carried around?
Yeah,
it's attached to your neck.
No popping peas in person. That's right.
No popping peas in person.
That alliteration. Oh gosh.
So I was gonna plug.
Yeah.
Science Channel tonight.
Wait.
10 p.m. Eastern. How the Universe Works premiere, new season, featuring one bald guy.
One bald guy. Well, is Phil Plait on that too?
Two bald guys. I can never be the only bald guy.
I know. I'm sorry.
Cream Crusher.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yes, Phil's on it.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
grow some hair, Phil.
Phil. I can't even.
When I see him again, that's the only. I'm like, would you just grow some hair?
Can you at least give me this title? Yeah.
I'd be the bald one.
Yeah, and we were just watching. Well, we weren't watching How the Universe Works, even though it's on the How the Universe Works channel on YouTube. But yeah, Dr. Paul's on that, by the way, guys.
Super fun show. I think tonight is about neutron stars, and I'm hoping. So I'll give you guys a little BTS here.
Okay.
We filmed this segment because when you're looking at neutron stars, which are these very, very compact, exotic, crazy objects, they underneath their crust, they form all sorts of weird layers and groups of neutrons, like blobs of neutrons and sheets of neutrons, and we call it the pasta. We call it nuclear pasta.
Right. Yeah, we've talked about that before.
Oh, yeah. And so I told them about this hilarious, piece of jargon. And they said, like, could you do like something in a kitchen? So we were in DC last summer for filming, and they rented a house, on Airbnb. They had a house for the whole week. And of course the house had a really nice kitchen because this was like a $3 million house or something. And they bought me a bunch of different kinds of pasta, and we had to do like 10 different takes of me like walking you down the different layers of a neutron star, like dumping out bowls of pasta, like here's the spaghetti layer, and like here's the penne layer, and like all the way down the kitchen. And I so hope they use
Well, did you have to eat the pasta, though? I don't feel like you'd be talking about this as fondly if you had to eat the pasta.
It was uncooked.
Okay.
But what I did eat, so one of the layers is gnocchi, and uncooked gnocchi. I'll eat that. I'll eat uncooked gnocchi.
Yeah.
So I was over the course of the takes, our gnocchi supply was steadily being reduced. Because at the end, everyone, and they were like weighing their check.
Where'd
I'm like,
it go?
let me go.
And there's Dr. Paul in the corner.
Just like, eating uncooked gnocchi. Just let me know.
I'm ready.
Need another take, guys. Oh God, no, okay, here we go. Here's the spaghetti layer.
I can imagine like just the carbohydrate, peak and then dip.
Like,
they're like, Dr. Paul, we need just a little bit more. We just need a little bit
more energy.
And you're like, oh.
And then I collapsed.
They're just done. The glycemic load. Here is nuclear pasta.
And then we did that interview on the chair. I'm just like, where am I? I'm sweating.
The gnocchi layer has a lot of yummy neutrons.
Yes, it does. Little blobs of neutrons. It's so good. I'm so hoping because because I've done this before where we film like all day with a really cool idea and it just ends up in the trash because it just doesn't work.
Right. Yeah.
And so I'm really hoping they decide it works because it is too hilarious.
Oh God. And Eludriel just said, and that's how spaghettification works.
That is different, isn't it?
It is different.
It's different.
Why are we going pasta with space? Why are we doing this?
Because scientists are hungry.
Yeah.
For
deprived.
knowledge.
Sitting at a telescope or some information that they have to process for hours and hours.
And you're just like, man, I'm so hungry.
So
I can go for one noodle. Ask me a question.
I have a question. So why can't negative mass exist?
So we don't think negative mass exists.
Okay.
One reason we don't think negative mass exists is we have not seen it anywhere ever in all of our experiments or observations. And two, once you introduce negative mass, things like conservation of momentum totally break down. Because negative mass and positive masses, what will happen is a positive mass will attract a negative mass, and a negative mass will repel a positive mass. So this means if you take a positive and negative mass particles and just sit them right next to each other, place them perfectly still, and then you let go, they'll just accelerate. They'll just go.
Right.
With nothing pushing them, nothing pulling on them, no forces acting on them. They'll just go.
Right.
And they will accelerate to infinity.
Yeah.
With no input of momentum, which breaks one of the most fundamental things we've learned about the universe.
Force equals MA.
A force equals MA, conservation of momentum, like super, super basic stuff.
Right.
Like stuff that could be wrong, but if it is wrong, we are deeply misunderstanding how nature works.
Right.
Which is fair, which is allowed, but you're going to need a lot of evidence. And the presence of negative mass would immediately break conservation of momentum, like overnight. So we just don't think, one, there's no physical processes that generate it. Like there's nothing that just pops at where it pops out at the end of a reaction or a process. And two, once you introduce it, it breaks everything else we know about the universe. So we think it's verboten.
So what is infinite speed? Someone asks.
As in, this would just keep getting faster. There is absolutely no limit. It wouldn't, I shouldn't have said accelerate to infinity. It would accelerate close to the speed of light, but it would do so without any rockets, without any propulsion, without anyone kicking it, with no forces being applied. It's just acceleration. Like you say, it's acceleration without any F, without any M.
Right. So
just A.
Right, just A. So for all the people that might be thinking this, so what about dark energy? Do you like how I...
So dark energy. What about dark energy?
What about dark energy?
Is this the average voice of your listeners or something?
Sometimes
like you took
in my
all their
head.
voices and processes like, what about dark energy?
What about a Dyson sphere?
What about a dark Dyson sphere?
Whoa! Dude.
There it is.
Yeah.
Dude.
Indeed.
Dude.
So.
Dark energy has what we call, and I hate this phrase, but it's what the jargon is, so I have to roll with it, has what we call negative pressure.
Okay. Go on.
Another word for negative pressure is tension.
Oh.
Tension. If you pull on a rubber band and you feel it pulling back on you, that is negative pressure.
Okay.
It's tension.
Makes sense.
Okay. So, which is very different than negative mass. This is negative pressure. It is tension.
Okay.
Dark energy fills up the universe, wants to pull back everything. It really, really wants to. It has a lot of tension in it. It wants to pull back. But there's this weird little quirk that is super hard to explain, and there's no metaphor for it. And so I just say there's this little quirk in the mathematics of general relativity that if you have something that has tons of tension and not a lot of mass or energy to itself, that has so much overwhelming tension, a sign flips in the equation, and you end up with essentially anti-gravity. So general relativity allows for anti-gravity. Anti-gravity is a thing in general relativity. To create anti-gravity, you need a substance, a thing, with vastly more tension than it has mass. You don't normally encounter this. This isn't something you'll create in a laboratory or here on the Earth or in everyday physical objects or in the solar system or a galaxy, but dark energy is exactly that kind of substance.
So when you say anti-gravity, would it be okay for me to say negative gravity?
Sure. It's repulsive gravity.
Okay. That's a lot of information to understand. Someone just said.
Is it? No, I get it. And I know I just did a huge info dump right there. But one, you asked.
I did. It's my
all
fault.
Your fault. Not you.
It's me.
Little, picture with a green circle around it. The chat. Because you're just, that's it.
I'm nothing.
All I see. Nothing.
Yeah. And that's, wait, and it's not magnetic compulsion.
So I know it's repulsive. It's repulsive.
It's magnetic compulsion. Someone said?
Magnetic. So magnetic forces, that's something else. That's a different kind of physics is magnetic forces and electric forces. So electricity can be repulsive. Magnets can be repulsive. I'm just looking at this through pure gravity. No other force. Gravity can be repulsive if you have a substance that doesn't weigh a lot, but really, really, really wants to pull things in tightly.
And someone asked, is anti-gravity the reason the universe expands?
Anti-gravity or this dark energy or repulsive gravity is the reason our expansion of the universe is accelerating. The reason our universe expands, and this is going to sound like a cop-out, but it's actually pretty fundamental. The reason our universe expands is that is its natural state of being.
Is an expansion.
Is movement. A static universe is unstable.
Yeah, they tried to do that. We tried to say it was static. Didn't work out.
For a long time. For a long time, we thought it was static.
Yeah.
Einstein, as soon as he developed general relativity, he applied it to the whole entire universe, and he's like, whoa, our universe is static, but this is unstable. I got to add some fixes because obviously I screwed something up. Because we live in a static universe, and my theory of relativity is predicting a dynamic universe. A couple years later, Edwin Hubble discovered that we live in a dynamic universe, and he's like, never mind. Forget what I said. I was right all along.
Someone said, it's Dr. Sutter. Love your YouTube and your style of video and teaching. That makes one.
I salute you.
You deserve way more subscribers than you have. On the YouTube, absolutely.
On the OotsTube, not Twitch. If you are thinking of subscribing to me on Twitch, just subscribe to Skylias. Because I show up here once a week anyway.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this is your turf.
Yeah, it's
I'm
my
a visitor.
turf. Right.
I'm a visitor in your turf. I don't want to disrespect you.
Well, you've got how the universe works, okay? Like that's.
I'm also on TV and I have a published book, so like I'm good.
Yeah, he's like
I'm
up here,
good.
okay? I'm like down here. People are coming here for gaming.
You
and
have
I'm like,
a little, like a couple neighborhood blocks in the ghetto.
You
and
own
every once in a while
the city.
I waltz in my Escalade.
Right.
And I get out and I talk to all your kids playing hoops. And I get back in my Escalade. And there's the photo ops and everything, of course.
Dr. Paul's why I know of this channel. Oh, really, Dehav?
Oh, wow. The one person I brought to you.
I know. Thanks, Dr. Paul.
That's so nice.
And Dehav.
I didn't know. I don't know why I don't have tons of YouTube subscribers. So YouTube isn't my main venue. Like really, my podcast, my book, my articles, my television appearances. Those are my main venues. I love YouTube. Love going live on YouTube. I love posting the videos on YouTube. I don't know. I have like 20,000 subscribers, and I'm really, really happy and thankful for all of them. And it's a great community.
And you have a Patreon.
I have a Patreon, which is really successful, which is literally paying my bills, helping to pay my bills, which is huge. And I deeply appreciate that. Yeah. So like, I'm happy. I don't know why I don't have like 1 million followers. Probably it's because I put zero effort into my YouTube work.
Mm-hmm. Like, well, actually, no. It's pretty good. I just even bounced from 2 videos. Like the mic differences weren't that great, and the quality, no, just the volume and also the quality of it's really good too.
Space.
Yeah, so I invested early on in a decent camera, a DLSR, and a nice microphone and a light system for my office, and then that's it. Mm-hmm. I don't do graphics. I can't afford that. I can't afford either money or time to do graphics or like fancy video editing. So I just put it out there.
Yeah, it's good. And having the blackboard, having the blackboard, it's great.
Yes, it makes me look very academic.
It does. Like you just wrote up there, we were watching the subatomic particles, how we know those exist. Oh
yeah.
I was wishing that you would use it some more, but
that's something that is honestly something I think about every once in a while, is maybe I should get out of my chair and write on the board that's behind me as I talk.
Why not?
I'll do it. But then I have to do this a lot. Blah 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 blah.
So you write it, you write it and then you turn around.
Blah 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 blah. And to me, okay, so the reason I initially didn't do that is that it feels more like a lecture. Like I teach classes, and that's how I teach classes.
But the way you talk, it could never be a lecture. You're not a lecturer. You're not talking at people. You're trying to get people to understand complex topics.
I'm a screamer. That's true.
Yeah, no, you totally are. So like, it's like one of those things where you would not. Yeah, you do fine. Like you could even lecture, and no one would really even know it.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll give it a shot. Maybe one of these days I'll give it a shot when I'm like not tired.
Right, when you're not exhausted ever.
When it's not like 11:30 at night, I'm like, oh crap, I forgot to do my batch of YouTube videos.
Someone just asked, have any dark matter particles interactions been observed?
No, and it sucks. And it's really annoying.
No.
No, we're hunting so hard for them. Like we have multiple detectors around the world, hoping to catch a glimpse of a stray, scattering event here or there, operating for years. The space of, so we don't know like the full properties of the dark matter particle. We don't know what it could be. We don't know what its mass could be. We don't know how well it could intersect with other particles. So as the experiments go on and on and on, and we don't see anything at all, it slowly carves out spaces of, okay, this this mass isn't allowed. This cross section isn't allowed. Oh, and as time goes on, and so the window of what the dark matter particle could possibly look and act like over time is steadily getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And we're not nervous yet because there's still a lot of potential dark matter candidates out there that are fit within observational limits. But if we don't see something in, like, I don't know, 5 years, it's not back to the drawing board time, but it's like, okay, we got to really think about this.
But I mean, we know that dark matter exists.
This is the really challenging part, is that there are absolutely no viable contenders to the dark matter hypothesis.
Right.
Dark matter fits all observations, almost all observations. There is nothing, absolutely nothing, not even anything on the horizon that could compete against that idea in terms of explanatory power. But if we don't see something, if we don't actually get to taste a dark matter particle, then this is why we need to have, like, a real sit-down chat with our therapist, because we have one set of observations that are telling us the dark matter particle must exist, and yet we can't see. We're not there yet. Give us like another 5 years, I think.
So then how would we describe seeing things that we see with the gravitational lensing?
That's what we'd have to talk about. We'd have to go to counseling.
Yeah, we would.
To work out our issues, because there's some
big issues.
There's some big stuff going on that we haven't talked about.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Well, or no, it's because we expect this observation to happen. We expected detection.
Right. But someone's asking, how about machos? What about WIMPs, the weakly interacting massive particles? Like, what are...
So machos are out. There simply isn't enough stuff in the universe to make enough machos.
Right.
Now, nachos
are still good.
Yes, but machos are out.
Okay.
And WIMPs are still the leading candidate for dark matter. And if you look back, if you look back at, like, the history of dark matter theory, you read the journal articles, and conference presentations, all that, in like the 80s and 90s, there were like a dozen ideas for what could explain the dark matter. And slowly over time, ideas got cut as more observations were made, and the only remaining thing is WIMPs.
Yeah.
And small variations on top of WIMPs.
It would be neat if it was dark nachos.
Yes. Dark nacho spheres.
Now I'm hungry.
Yes, with a tortilla layer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the toppings. Now, here's the thing, because I was going to go in a particular direction that I had a bout of self-doubt.
You've got questions lined up, by the way, sir, but go on.
If we're building a nacho sphere, do the toppings go on the inside of the surface so that they can be roasted by the sun?
Like forever
warmed? Or do
warmed?
they go on the... Yeah, exactly. Or do they go on the outside?
Where they'll lose heat over time.
Where they lose... But they're heated from underneath.
I'll get back to you on that one.
Yeah, I'm going to have to think about that.
That's a tough one.
I got to sleep on that one.
Yeah, and VJ said, can we confirm that intelligent life exists and will find technology to show the signals of its existence? No. We cannot confirm that intelligent life exists or anything about their signals.
Yeah, unless we got something, we got none.
Right. Here's a question and a possible video idea for Dr. Sutter. How can we talk about the age of the celestial objects and even the universe when different parts of the universe experience time at different rates due to gravitational variation? Side question. Does intergalactic space experience time very quickly? Can that somehow be related to dark energy, which is different than dark matter? Even though we were just talking about dark matter, we did dark energy and dark matter. These are
all the darks.
Right.
Okay. Time dilation.
Don't throw me into a black hole again eating. You're going to eat Cheetos again.
Hey,
I'm going to be the one going in.
Shh.
Okay.
It's okay. Okay. I'm not going to murder you for the sake of a demonstration today.
All right, good.
Okay?
Fine.
That'll come later.
Okay.
That comes in Joshua Tree.
Okay, great.
Okay. So gravitational time dilation is a thing. Time dilation in general is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Clocks are not synchronized across the universe. My clock is different than your clock. It's different than an astronaut's clock. It's different than a clock in Alpha Centauri. It's different a clock in a different galaxy. Everyone has a different clock. Unless you're talking about something extreme like the surface of a neutron star or near the edge of a black hole, the differences in clocks are minuscule, like microseconds at most. So we can say, oh yeah, that star over there is, 4.5 million years old, plus or minus a few microseconds because of general relativity. We don't have to worry about it too much. And when even our speed here, like us orbiting the sun orbiting the center of the Milky Way blazing through the galaxy adds up to something like 600 kilometers per second, which is pretty fast.
Oh, yeah.
The time dilation factor on a year for that is something like a second.
Really?
So it's nothing.
Wow.
It's nothing. To really get serious time dilation, you have to be at least 90% the speed of light. At least, before you even start to care. It's not even big then. It's just the threshold of caring.
So Tensei says microseconds is not a ratio.
Microseconds is 1/1,000,000th of a second.
So time's not that much fast in a super void.
No, it's not. So if you went out in the middle of the emptiest void in the universe and you were surrounded by absolutely nothing for millions of light years in every direction, your clock would not run very, very, very different than a clock here on Earth. It's just not a big effect.
So time dilation is not a good excuse for being late at work.
Time dilation is always a good excuse.
Yeah.
To be late for work,
any
for
event,
school,
anything,
for dates that you don't want to go on.
Right.
Seriously, if you want to get out of something, blame physics.
That's what I say.
And then you can just point them and they say, who told you that? You say, subscribe to Paul M Sutter's YouTube channel. That's why I don't have a lot.
And buy his book.
And buy my book and watch me on TV and join me in Joshua Tree.
And me. And me.
And me.
And me. Wait, there was another really good question, though. There was a few here that were...
I love this, Dahav. Sorry I'm late. Physics. I'm going to use that. I'm totally using that.
I've used time dilation before, and people didn't even bother asking me what it meant.
Seems legit.
It's fine.
Come on. Fine.
They're like, I don't even care. Let's see. How can we make the universe collapse on itself?
Let's not.
Yeah.
I don't know why you want to know this information.
Big Crunch?
Because we don't want Big Crunch.
I don't want Big Crunch.
Unless it's nachos. Because you want that gooey layer on top and the nice crunchy. You want that combo. But universe... if you had more stuff. And the universe just simply doesn't have enough stuff to have a big crunch. It doesn't right now. I do want to say we don't understand dark energy. We just know it's there and it's accelerating the expansion of the universe. We don't know if it might change its mind. We don't know if it might transform into something else. We don't know if it might go away. We don't know enough about dark energy. Current status is that our universe is expanding. Accelerated expansion will continue to do so forever. That might change.
Mm-hmm. These people commenting are cracking me up. Are you reading some of these? Because they're gold.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm there.
We
need a lot more stuff to crunch.
Yeah, we do. Only gravity
can... 5 times more.
5 times more nachos?
We need at least 5 times more nachos, people, to get that big crunch.
That's like grande, 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 grande.
Grande. If only there was a word that was bigger than grande.
Ultima.
Ultima Thule Grande.
Ultima Thule. Let's just start throwing in all of the recent space news. By the way, were you surprised with all of the Ultima? So people say it either Thule or Thule or...
I say Thule.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember what I said a few days ago.
Like Latin.
Yeah. Yeah. So was
Ultima
that a shocker?
Thule.
Was it a shocker that it's these two
It was
objects?
Pretty.
It is kind of cool looking.
It was so pretty. I can't wait for the high-res images. We have to wait for the shutdown to be over, I guess, before we get the high-res. So we just have these really low-quality, blurry stuff. I was surprised, like you're not expecting a low contact binary, but then what exactly are you expecting in an unexplored region of the solar system?
Yeah, and it's about 1 billion miles away from Pluto, right?
Yeah, it's 4 or 5. I think it's 4 billion from Earth, 1 billion from Pluto.
That's insane.
Like we've never visited a Kuiper Belt object before. So what was there to expect? What were you expecting, huh?
I was not expecting.
That was rhetorical. You don't have to.
Okay, I was about to say. Well, I wasn't expecting a contact binary. But we do know that asteroids can have satellites.
Asteroids can have satellites. Asteroids collide. We have examples of contact binaries, but this raises an interesting question. We picked one object, basically at random, to fly by. It was the target of opportunity. This is the one we could do. So you picked one at random.
Mm-hmm.
How representative is it? Does this mean most Kuiper Belt objects are contact binaries? Or did we just get really lucky?
So, well, aren't they going to go on and look at something else? Maybe, mayhap. Alan Stern, isn't he going to maybe?
Alan Stern would love to...
just keep going.
Just keep going. Ultima Thule. But it doesn't seem like there's enough time, because what we did, because these objects are so distant, that it's not like we have maps of the Kuiper Belt.
No,
it could just be like, oh yeah, hang a left at Ultima Thule, and then ride that out for about 4.5 years.
Well, not that left. Not that left. Take the next left.
No, the next left. No, everyone does that. It's the one after the billboard. It's that one. You take that left, in about 4.5 years, you'll go right by it. You can't miss it. It's the only thing for like 1 billion.
About 4 yonders that way.
You just go past. You gotta go over the mountains. You see the mountains over there? Now, the mountain on the right, that's called Santa Cristina. And you want to keep that on your right, okay? And
Santa Cristina.
You can tell because it has a little dip in the peak.
I'm dying.
Apparently, I'm a West Virginian living in Colorado.
Apparently. I never knew. Sounds like you're just making up heavy metal album names. That's all spaces. It is such
it's all metal.
Heavy metal
all the time. Osiris Rex.
I know.
Far Side of the Moon. Ultima Thule. Oh man,
it really is.
So yeah, so we don't have. It doesn't look like there's enough time. Now that New Horizons is past Ultima Thule, has a limited amount of fuel.
Right.
So there's like a cone of where it could go.
Mm-hmm.
And then as its fuel runs out, that cone shrinks of possible targets. So we would need to get the Hubble going in that region to spot a potential target in time for New Horizons to be able to course correct to reach it. And it doesn't look like that's going to line up.
Yeah.
We can't get a survey in that region. Now, if we had done this a few years ago, or we might have been able to, but it doesn't look like we'll get a survey there in time to even find potential targets.
Yeah, actually, Hanny has a good question. Do you think most KBOs will be red from now on? I don't think so. But
What's going to be red?
as you say Kuiper, I say Kuiper. All right. So Kuiper belt objects.
Let's call the whole thing off.
It's done. Do you think that they'll all be red now? Because now they're noticing that red composition. But again, that might not have anything to do with. Yeah, it might not have anything to do with like Pluto or Charon. You probably say Karen just to be a contrarian.
I say Sharon because it was named by Clyde Tombaugh in honor of his wife Sharon.
Yeah.
And he picked the name.
Yeah.
Sharon. I also say Plateau.
Okay. Now. Okay.
Because that's the proper Greek.
Plateau.
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 Okay.
That's not real.
I know. I was about to say I'm not going to work that into my vernacular,
That's
but
not a thing. I do say Uranus.
No.
Just to no. You
is
say
it an icebreaker?
Uranus?
No, I say Uranus.
You say Uranus.
Yeah.
You can do the Greek. You can do Uranus.
People be like, she really just doesn't want to say it to make us laugh.
I'm really, really working hard.
I'm working hard to dodge that.
It just makes people
one.
giggle more. I don't know.
I know. It happens all the time. Every time I talk
Didn't
about
they
it.
realize this in like 18 Diggity 2 or whatever it was?
Okay, well,
when
half
they
the
discovered
objects that we talk about in space are terrible to talk about anyways.
Mm.
You know? Like the bulge,
Nothing
the galactic bulge and
the galactic bulge.
Yeah, and hot stars are, what color? Blue, right?
Blue.
And they're
Big
usually
blue.
spherical shaped. So,
Yeah, they're,
right.
ball-shaped blue.
Right. See, I'm telling you, there's nothing I can win with here. Nothing. Right.
Man, your chat really dug into that one.
Well, yeah, and Orion's belt, and his sword. Right.
That hangs from the belt in a scabbard.
Right, and it also has a star formation region. Weird.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That is an oddly placed scabbard. Now that you talk about it.
Yeah, I know.
You don't normally put it between your legs, do you?
No, it's a place of life. All right, life comes from those places. See, I'm telling you, space. I don't even need to do anything. People are like, yeah, it's hilarious.
Space is dirty.
I know, but
It's filthy.
that's what's happening here. But it's 2 minutes. I don't want to take too much of your time up.
Oh, I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Always love coming on here.
I know. So, guys, next Tuesday, maybe.
Let's do it.
Are you going to be around?
Sure.
So tonight, you want to announce it again real quick?
Tonight. 10 p.m. Eastern, Science Channel, How the Universe Works, premiere of the new season, featuring 2 bald guys, a bunch of other people as well. 2 of them are bald, 1 of them is.
Yeah. Is Dr. Filipenko still on that thing? Because that would be really bad for you guys.
I don't think he's on this season. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, and we'll catch up next week.
Take it easy.
All right. See ya.